Hi guys, so today I did my video a little different. It's still considered paranormal mystery and makeup, but I already did my makeup. It turns out that I have some viewers that aren't interested in the makeup, and then I have some viewers who are interested in the makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my paranormal mystery, and if you're interested in how I created this look, then you can stay tuned at the end of the video and I will have a tutorial there with everything that I used, and we'll see if everybody likes this way better or, if I should go back to the way I was doing it before. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let's get into this mystery. Now, this is one that I'm pretty stoked about. Like, I did some research on this and it's pretty interesting. So, are you guys ready? Wyoming has its share of ghost stories and phantom tales. Not many people know the story, but for over a century, a ghost ship has been spotted on Platte River between Torrington and Alcova, Wyoming. Every 25 years or so, it seems to appear. It's not only terrifying, but also has a reputation for being an omen of death. If you were to walk along the banks of the Platte River in late fall, you would be risking the life of someone you know or love. For the death ship could appear. The death ship of Platte River is a ghostly ship filled with a crew, each seemingly alive and well. As they each perform their sailing duties, except for their extremely delicate and light forms, the ship is said to form from the fog which it appears from. The sails are said to be frostbitten, and that could only be useful for a ghost ship and nothing else. The crew will stop working and center around an area on deck, looking down to the boards. As the crew breaks huddle, a new bodily form will appear at their center. This body will be that of someone close to the witness. The same day of that sighting, that person will die. It's a tried and true tale at this point, as the ghostly ship has been spotted many times since the year 1862. Each time it has been spotted has resulted in someone's death. Now, the origin of this ship is still unknown, but what is known is the first sighting of the death ship. 1862 was the year Leon Weber saw the ship. He was walking the banks of Platte River, hunting small animals for their pelts, when a strange mist set upon him, and it was heavy and cold, and he soon saw that the mist was condensing on the river's surface. The mist had drawn so close it became a dense fog, covering a small area. An old ship from a time long past appeared in Leon's sight. The ship was wooden, besides having a vague translucent property. The sails floated with a gentle breeze, pulling the old ship towards him. Ghouls moved across the decks, quickly doing their duties, tying sails, hoisting nets, and scrubbing the wooden floor of debris. One ghost looked right at Leon and connected its pale, glowing eyes with his own. The figure distracted Leon long enough for the others to form a circle. The ghostly crew peered at the deck. As the ship moved closer, the crowd split away, revealing what laid on the deck. A body. The body was of his beloved bride-to-be. As the breath left his mouth, it turned to fog in the cold air and was pulled to the ship. Within an instant, the ship faded and the dense fog disbanded back to a mist. The chill in his bones left almost instantly. When he arrived home after he hunted a while longer, he found his beloved wife-to-be, blue-skinned and cold, lying on the floor. She would just be the first victim of many to come, claimed by the death ship of Platte River. 25 years later, a cattleman was working a herd of cattle along the river when he saw an unusual fog and a ship crewed by ghosts emerge. On the deck of the ship lay the body of his wife, as if she were sleeping. That same day, he found his wife dead just outside their burned-down home. Now, years later, Victor He was taking a smoke break from chopping wood near the bank of the river. As he held a match to his pipe bowl, he noticed a bank of fog that seemed to appear out of nowhere and slowly moved down the river toward him. As it moved closer, he was amazed to see the mist begin to take shape of a sailing ship that was covered in frost. The sail blocked him from getting a clear view, but he could see there was a crew on board. He could also hear voices. Victor claimed he heard a man's voice saying, "I'm innocent." And then he heard another man's voice respond saying, "We're only carrying out our duties." At that point, the cell blocking Victor's view was drawn up, and the scene he witnessed was absolutely chilling. On the deck stood a gallows with a man's body hanging from it. At that point, the ship was 20 feet away from the bank Victor was standing on. He got a direct look at the man's face. It was his best friend who had been tried and convicted of murder. Victor himself thought that he was wrongfully convicted. The last he had heard, his friend had escaped from prison. Later, he would find out that his friend was captured and put to death that very same day that Victor witnessed the ship. The most recent sighting, which was unreported, was said to be around Casper, and then another allegedly occurred 6 miles southeast of the town. And also an interesting note about these sightings is they all happened during the day toward afternoon, and none of them were happening at night, where it was more likely to explain shadows on the water, mist, and all of that. Picture attempts of this ghostly ship have not been successful. It said that the camera will produce a picture that is solid gray or only shows a white haze surrounded by fog. Cheyenne Bureau of Psychological Research is credited as the organization that tracks the reported sightings and the handful of books that document the few sightings that do exist on the death ship. Some recommend that visitors keep an eye out during the fall. Though there have been rumors of sightings since 1903, there are no officially filed or published reportings. That does not mean that the death ship is not still sailing Platte River to this day, because you may be next. But please remember the outcome. If you're ever along the banks of Platte River in Wyoming and you ever see this ghostly sailing vessel emerging from an eerie fog, avert your eyes unless you want someone you know and love to be the next victim claimed by this death ship. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a little different, I understand. But like I said, I've got different types of viewers, so I'm trying to make it to where everybody gets enjoyment out of my videos. So like, say there's men who want to hear this ghostly story. They don't want to see makeup, you know. Maybe there's some women who don't want to see the makeup, but they still want to hear the story. And I figured I'd try to work it out for you guys. So just let me know what y'all think. But until next time, remember to keep wearing your mask. Stay healthy and stay happy, and I'll see y'all next time.